Now, the Children's Commissioner for England has criticised new laws aimed at cracking down. Increased powers for police to stop and search are in danger of causing more antagonism among young people, who he says should be seen as part of the solution, not just the problem. This is what he said.
There's a balance here. On the one hand, for young people to feel safer by having the presence of police, but on the other hand, making sure that the new powers don't create further antagonism by increased stopping and searching. These are very contentious issues, and I certainly support the case for much more research on the effects of these policies, particularly seeing the world through the eyes of the children themselves, actually asking them and making them part of the solution rather than ever being portrayed as the problem.
So Al Ainsley-Green there. Well, let's speak to Nathan John. He's a youth worker who's involved in combating gun and knife crime in London. Thanks for coming in. Do you agree with what Sir Al Ainsley-Green is saying, that police say they're trying to keep people safe, but certain groups will feel victimised by this?
Yeah, no, definitely. I think the police will be targeting a particular group, you know, black males, Asian males, and it's only going to cause more conflict between the police and young people, which currently exists anyway.
But if the statistics show that perhaps those groups are more likely to be carrying knives, isn't it right for them to do that?
No, it's right in a sense, but it's all about how they do it. Now, I think they're going to be judging a lot of books by their covers, and they're going to be approaching young people who ain't nothing to do with this at all. And all that's going to do is actually make them feel like, you know what, I'm trying to live a good life, I'm trying to do things the right way. The police are hassling me, I might as well just be what they want me to be.
So what is the solution? I mean, you work with a lot of young people. Your own background, I think, is linked to crime in your family. What is the solution?
The solution is looking at the reasons why they're carrying the knives and guns. Now, they feel unsafe. They feel that their lives are being threatened outside, and I think they need to be equipped with different ways of combating gun and knife crime. And before we, as adults, say, you know, put the knives and guns down, we need to tell them to be picking up something else, you know, such as street smarts, confidence, the ability to diffuse situations. They're not being given this at all, so they're taking things in their own hands.
OK, I think we can speak now to Barbara Dunn, actually, founder of Mothers Against Knives. She joins us from our Newcastle studio. Thanks for joining us. What do you make of Sir Al Ainsley-Green's comments? Do you think that he's right, that young people need to feel more part of the solution, or do you support these new police powers?
Yes, I do support them. I've actually spoken to young people last year about how would they feel about having metal detectors in school, the airport-style ones. And they said that they would feel, if everybody was walking through one, they would feel better if it was happening to everybody and not initially stopped and sort of the handheld ones used. But on the same token, upon saying that, the youth have got to realise that with rising knife crime in this country, not to take it on board personally if they are stopped and they are searched, or you know, there's a metal detector used. The police are not going to do it if they're not acting suspiciously, or there's no conflict there. I mean, they're going to have the reasons to stop and search, and also to use a metal detector. And I would think that the youth who I spoke to did agree with a lot of what's going on with knife crime. I think a lot of them, when they realise, if it's said quite clearly to them, would be quite supportive, you know, to have this happen, and you know, to go along with it if it's going to stop and save another life.
Yeah, I mean, as I understand it, these new Section 60 powers don't need reasonable suspicion, and that is the difference. How much so do you think society is a factor in all of this? You know, the family breakdown, lack of parental control, that's surely where Sir Al Ainsley-Green is coming from.
I think it's a lot of things. I do think part of it is to do with the parental control, the norms and guidelines. But there again, you can't sort of fully blame the family. It's when they get out into society, it's the ripples from society, who they're with. There's a drug culture, there's alcohol, there's the gangs are not losing face, sort of keeping up with the power, this macho thing. These type of youths who carry knives, you know, are doing it for sort of those reasons. They're in a gang, everybody else carries a knife, so they're going to carry one. But a lot of these people are, these adolescents are in a moment of conflict, prepared to use them. Whereas you get the other, from the other side of the coin, you get the kids who are going out and they're carrying knives for protection. Because, to be quite honest, not just the kids but the adults, they're all scared to death.
OK, Barbara, just stop there if you would, because I just want to get one last comment from Nathan John. I mean,
Right.
do you think there is this lack of male role models, or role models in general, Nathan, in terms of the groups that you talk to, and indeed your own life story? I mean, is that a factor?
A massive factor. In the black community, there's 50% of young people growing up with a single parent, so that's more pressure on that one parent. The children aren't getting what they need emotionally, financially, physically. And I think parents need to take on more responsibility on doing stop and search. And it's a sad day where we're relying on metal detectors to find out if young people got knives on, when most of them leave home with the knives. So why aren't the parents searching them? Why aren't the parents searching the bedrooms? Drugs, again. Drugs are being kept in bedrooms, underneath beds, underneath mattresses. Where are the parents? That's what I want to know. Why aren't the parents intervening? It's a very sad day when we're relying on the government and the police to take over duties that the parents should be doing.
OK, well, the debate continues, of course. Nathan John, thank you very much indeed
Thank
for
you.
coming in. Also, Barbara Dunn, thank you very much for joining us from Newcastle.
Thank you.